Go ahead and get it started. Let's get it started. Hi. Alright, let me double check everything here. Looks good. Okay. Last time I couldn't hear my game volume, so I just gotta make sure that that's on. Alright, seems good to go. Got everything up again. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome the funk back. We're gonna get right into it. Like I said, basically what we're gonna do is go over the bug fix here, the 5521 patch notes, forums.behavior.com. Good lord, that's all. Okay, I guess that's all this patch. Holy crap. Okay, hopefully they patch the hopefully they patch the patch notes. Okay. I was gonna say hopefully they patch the constant skipping or whatever it is. So they got engine updates, larger than normal. Legion has been re-enabled, so that's good. Map weighting has been adjusted in order for maps to have equal chance of spawning. Realm repeat prevention remains in effect. That's kind of cool. Okay, so diminishing returns update. While in a trial, repeat positive and negative gameplay modifiers and status effects are now affected by diminishing returns. Identical killers and survivor modifiers granted by power items, perks, and offerings will now be reduced progressively as they become stacked. So that basically just means you can't like stack a whole bunch of healing effects. So negative action speed modifiers, positive skill chance or skill check chance modifiers. The following apply diminishing returns only within their role. Negative action speed. What does that mean? Only within their role. What does that mean? The following are executed entirely. Modifiers granted from add-ons. Oh, excluded entirely from diminishing returns. So any add-ons you add will still have, you know, basically exponential returns is what it was before. Now they're diminishing. The gameplay modifier with the highest absolute value is always applied, with lesser ones are progressively lower to a percentage of their original value. The gameplay prioritizes the highest values, reduces the impact of the lesser ones. First value to highest, 100% modifier. The highest value is always applied, with while lesser ones are progressively lower to a percentage of their original value. So if you have a modifier, like whatever your strongest modifier is, you get 100% of it. Your second strongest modifier, you will get 50% of it. Your third strongest, you'll get 25% of it. Your fourth strongest, 12. Your fifth strongest, you'll only get 5% of that modifier. So it'll basically be useless. Anything above like 3 is going to basically be useless. The 12 and the 5% of your, that's 12 and 5% of your total, ladies and germs. That's not just 12 and 5%. That's 12 and 5% of your total. So it's not taking off that amount. That is what you will be experiencing. So if your thing was like, okay, increases gen progress by, 10 or 3% or whatever, you're getting 12.5 of 3% for that. So that's what that means. Yeah, so anything over 3 is pretty much useless. Even 3 is kind of useless. Anything over 2 is pretty much useless. Game manual updated to include information for diminishing returns. So hopefully there's some type of UI that like lets us know what the hell that means. Because at this moment, I don't know that this is going to be clear to everybody. Because a lot of people don't do math. All right, a lot of y'all motherfuckers just don't know how to do math. Okay, I'm just gonna point that out. But so I don't know if this is gonna like work for most people. Anyways, 1v4 while you wait update added the option to play while you wait as oh, they added it to the 1v4 game mode. Wow, okay. I honestly don't mind this. I don't know how long the killer queues were though. I felt like they were only like what, 4 or 5 minutes. But is that really the fix? Right? Is that the fix? I don't know if that's the fix as much as like just improve killer experience and maybe more people will play killer. Um yeah, I don't know if that's the fix. You know what? I can put no, I won't do that. That's fine. I was gonna say I can put music on, but it's fine. Um Hopefully y'all don't mind the sound of my voice. I'll make it artificially deeper for you if you like that, like some of the other streamers do, but this is just my voice. Progress bar update. The progress bar for interactions has new animations to reinforce speed. Okay, so there will be a UI to let you know kind of the difference there. The color has been updated to represent the speed of the interaction, becoming yellow if faster than normal and red if slower than normal. Previously, the color was dependent on the individual contributor, i.e., a player could see the bar red even when going faster. Yeah, that didn't make sense to me as a new player. So I'm glad they changed that. Visible team perks. The match details have been updated to show the loadout of players of the same team. Perks, items, and add-ons. Do they by team? Do they mean like either killer or survivor? And is this part of the 1v4 update? To show the loadout of the same team, perks, items, and add-ons offerings. The match details have been updated to show the killer to all survivors when one of the following occurs: any survivor. Excuse me? I guess that makes sense. It seems like what they're trying to do is bring solo queue closer to survive with friends, which makes sense because then they can balance the game easier. Because like as in survive with friends, as soon as you see the killer, the first thing you're gonna say is like, "Oh, well, it's such and such." You know what I mean? Just even off of regular conversation. So that makes sense that like you can see them as soon as they enter the chase, and then as soon as they lose a health state, which usually you could kind of see anyways because it shows the outline of the killer. But for those of us who are newer, we'll at least be able to like see it. Elements can be hovered to display their descriptions. Not sure what that means. We'll probably see it in game. The loadout of the opposite team is displayed until match is over, following the final score screen behavior. Of the opposite team is not displayed until the final. Well, yeah, I mean, why would you display the the killer's loadout? While in spectator mode, most elements in a HUD can be hovered over to display their description. Okay, we can pass that. Doesn't really matter. Aura customization. New aura types are available for the customization wheel. That's cool. For those of you who are, you know, blind, colorblind. I was like just saying blind in my head. Anyways, killer updates. The big part. Ladies and gentlemen, the blights nerfs. Let's see what they did to the boy. Decrease the blight's default movement speed to 4.4 ms was 4.6. That's basically nothing, right? Breaking down a pallet now reduces rush tokens to 2 below maximum and resets current rush token recharge to 0%. So he just can't come for you as fast after breaking down a pallet, which I think is a good change for Blight. He could, like, when he was in his little thing, he could kind of just, but I feel like there's a decent amount of counterplay to a Blight if you know, like, kind of what you're doing. Maybe not after the first rush. After the first rush, you're kind of SOL. So maybe this makes it to where putting down a pallet actually means something, and he's not just gonna run up and catch you immediately. So I think I like that. Decrease the delay of shock therapy attack to 0.75 was zero point 0.8. That should help him a little bit on loops. That's one thing I did notice is it take fucking 8 loops with his power to catch someone, but that's really the slowdown. I don't know if that's really the delay of the shock. So I don't know if that's going to make a big change to the doctor, but hey, any buff is welcome. The cannibal increased maximum chainsaw sweep to 5.45 was 5.35. Hmm. Oh, meters the speed. I thought they meant the width. I was like, I don't know if that's good or not. Okay, the speed. Obviously that's a straight up buff. That's good. Cannibal needed a buff. He was kind of getting below, I feel like, or not getting below, but like honestly though, like you can still hook camp with Cannibal. You'd still sit in people's face and let them get off the hook if they want to, and just double hit them with your power, and they go down immediately. So I don't know. I don't know about that. The Ghost Face decreased the cooldown of Night Shroud from 15 was 17. Again, at least in my, I don't know, maybe at the higher tiers he's like off the chain, but at least at the lower levels, Ghostface is not. Uh, he's really good because people just don't look at their backs and stuff like that, and Night Shroud is actually really good. So I guess a buff is nice, but it's not the craziest. It's only 2 seconds. Demogorgon shred movement speed 19 was 18.4. I guess this will help him around those really really small loops, because I felt like around those loops you just can't use your power. You're just gonna have to like run them and hit them with the M1 or whatever. Increases your shred turn rate. So yeah, they're trying to help him. Damn. Hold on now. That's huge. 55 degrees per second was 27.5 degrees per second. That's double the turn rate. That's double the turn rate. That's insane. Wow. That's going to be really good for Demogorgon mains, I think. The duration of undetectable after the traversing the upside down is 12 seconds. Was 5. Yo, big demo buffs. We up. Demo is up. Let's go. Increase the movement speed while charging Reign of Darkness. This is the Dredge, sorry. Increase the movement speed while charging Reign of Darkness. To 4 seconds was 3.8. Small buff. I don't think it means that much. He didn't really need it anyways. He's alright in the chase. In the chase, which is what this will affect, if I'm not mistaken. The Mastermind. Who the fuck is the Mastermind? I don't really know who that is. Sorry, relatively new. Decreases the. Oh, the Mastermind is. Is that Wesker? Is that Wesker? Maybe. I don't know. Decreases charge time per token. 5 seconds was 5.5. Recovery time of Virulent Bound to 2.7 was 3. Increases duration of Chain Bound to 2.5 was 2. So some small buffs. I gotta see who that is again to confirm what those things do, but I'm not relatively small buffs. Added support to multiple power icons. Don't know what that means, but this is the Skull Merchant. New power icons mapped to deploy drone, rotate, and recall icons. Okay. All right, we got some killer add-on updates. Uh-oh. So nurse add-ons. The heavy painting rare extended duration of lunge after more than one blink by 10% was 30. Holy hell, the nerf. But I mean, I think we can all agree that any nurse enough is nurse nerf is welcomed. Oh, I got a call. I gotta take. Give me a sec. Golly, your boy can't live. All right, we're back at it. No one worry, I'm not fired yet. Will I be soon? Hey, you know what I mean? But we ain't fired yet. So let's get back to this. Finish these patch notes up and get to the game. So Ghostface add-ons, Walleye's Matchbook, Decreased Night Shroud. We read that already. So Mastermind, Loose Crank increases movement speed between first and second bound by 15%. Was 8. Holy hell! This is actually getting a lot of the Mastermind's getting a lot of good buffs here. Actually, by 20%. Was 50. There's a decrease there. Animatronic, so decreases the minimum time to retrieve acts embedded in the environment by 10%. Was 20. While aiming, the fire axe reveals survivor's aura within 6 meters of the security door with killer instinct. Was 4. I mean, I feel like the animatronic's really strong already. Did we read these? I don't think we read these, but I feel like the animatronic's really strong already, and I don't think these are gonna do much of a change. Decrease the time to recall 6. Was 7. Decrease time to recall fire axe when embedded in survivors to 8. Was 10. Decrease battery consumption per camera to 6. Was 7. Like, none of this I don't think really makes a difference, not even with their add-ons. But maybe, maybe it'll make a small difference. Whenever you unhook another survivor, you earn 1 token. 1, 2, 3. Whenever another survivor is hooked, you earn a token up to 9. While repairing a generator, you hit a basic skill check. Spend all tokens. For each token spent, the generator gains 5% permanent progress. Was 2%. Okay, so I mean that's better. Um, Increase walk reload speed penalty from 7 to 8. Why did Deathslinger need a nerf? Decrease fire miss duration from 1.5 to 2 1. Oh, okay. So they decrease the miss duration but increase the walk speed. I don't know if that makes a, so they want you to use your power more basically, I guess. Increase the loss of demon mode uptime from 7 seconds to 10 seconds when downing a survivor. Not sure why. You get penalized so much as Oni for downing anybody. Cages of Corruption. Cages will now feedback the anti-camp bar. Once the anti-camp bar reaches maximum threshold, the survivor will be given a choice to relocate. Upon relocation, the bleed out timer pauses for 30 seconds. Holy moly. That is insane. I think it is kind of warranted though. I felt like as killer, you can kind of tell where the cages go, so you can like have them relocate and just kind of walk over there, and then they just bleed out. You know what I mean? Like I had that happen a lot to me with the blight because he could run over there within a second or two, and then he's just kind of camping you again. So I don't know what this means. We'll now feed back the anti-camp bar. And then a ton of bug fixes, like a ton of bug fixes. Let's see if there are any that are um, super useful. These are mostly sound bugs. These are all sound bugs. It looks like. Oh yeah, audio, bot improvements, characters. Why do I keep seeing things pop up? Let me just make sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, so these are character fixes. Mastermind's getting a lot of fixes and buffs. So shout outs to all the Mastermind mages out there, our mains out there. Y'all are gonna be eating real good. The Legion is back. I guess they fixed the issue where he could repeatedly attack at the start of Pharaoh Frenzy cooldown. Not sure what that means. Huntress was not able to get the charge shot score even when fully charging the hatchet. I knew that that was happening. I was like, this feels terrible. Let's see. Some of these are just trickster things. Xenomorph could blind immunity after canceling the tunnel entry animation. Oh. Ash Williams hand puppet caused flashlight to aim towards the ground. Properly dissolving screen auto information. Let's see. These are pretty good, just quality of life fixes. And then we got a ton of environment fixes, a ton of perk fixes, quest, UI, miscellaneous, a metric ton of 2v8 fixes that we are just absolutely not going to read. We already read the perk updates. All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the patch notes. If you want to read them closer, of course, you can just go to your game and click on a thing and they'll be right there. But let's get to some gameplay, shall we? It's really cool that they added the well, hold on. I think we do want to get some perks. Let's get some for Chucky. We won't... Prestige 3 is crazy. We won't play Chucky, but we'll spend some money on him. Okay. Alrighty. We are gonna play the D-Slinger and sling that D. So let's get started. 30-minute wait time.
No.
Thought I heard some. Might be almost time for my son to get here, but not quite yet. Let's play with our guy. Let's play with some Dwight. Pause. Alright, let's put in the chat real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Your boy spelled patient. All types are wrong. Alright, let's get to it. Later on, we will be doing some Survive with Friends as well. So, yeah, no, if you want to come through, you're more than welcome. Since no one's here, I'm going to talk about this real quick. My doctor's assistant has the most extreme form of halitosis I have ever in my life witnessed. And though it's not a testament to his work, I cannot help but feel like, brother, you know what I mean? Like, this is low-key your job, my friend. I know you're not. I know you're not a dentist. I know this. But there has got to be some type of consensus here on your mouth health and your heart health and your gut health, you know? I need you. I need somebody. Because I can't tell his ass. He's not even my doctor. He's not even my nurse. He's just my doctor's assistant. But god damn. I was like, my guy. And then we get in this small ass little bitty room. And you gotta be polite. You're not gonna be like, holy fuck. But you want to. But you want to. You know? But I find that a common thing here in the Americas. Motherfuckers don't like taking care of their mouth at all. Which is beyond me. Times 3. Far, far, far beyond me. That's the times 3. But yeah, I just had to get that shit off my chest. Because much like the smell of his breath, it was weighing on me. It was heavy. I guarantee you we're gonna get a Chucky just because I really don't want to start off. Oh, it's Huntress. Sounds like she's coming from that way. I feel like her thing has a little bit of a, yeah. Her thing is like, you can tell which direction. Ah! My guy, there's absolutely no way you did that. Ow! Ow! Oh, I knew it was Chucky. Did you see the footsteps? No. Ah! Ugh! He got me. I knew it was Chucky. What did I tell you? I was 100% certain. Oh, my stream died for a second. Make sure. What do I got? Oh, okay, the mechanic one. I don't think we have any healers in this. We have one healer. Yeesh. That'll fix soon. Sorry if you're experiencing any delays over on YouTube. It'll fix soon on its own. My internet. What happened? Hold up. How am I even still in the game? My internet is taking a shit, I believe. But I cannot do anything about it at the moment. Oh no. We might have to restart the stream. We'll remove this cage state and then I think we'll have to restart the stream. Repair it. Oh, damn it. Half a second away. If that dude wouldn't have ran, we would have got that. Did it take a shit on Twitch as well, I wonder? It looks like it did. I'm gonna have to stop. Okay. Damn, I don't have anything over here. Let's see if we can get this back. I need to restart the stream. I don't know what happened. But I don't want to screw these people over. Brother just left. Alright, I have to restart the stream.